sim racers from around the world, wherever you are, especially our European friends and brothers, sisters, aunts from overseas. Merry early Christmas. We celebrate on the 25th here in the UK. I just learned recently that a lot of you guys celebrate on the 24th, so Merry Christmas wherever you are in the world. Welcome to JR Sim Racing's how-to guide. There's a million of these on the internet. However, a lot of them don't actually include when you are actually brand new and load the game up for the first time, what it is you do to unlock the safety rating on the side, or even go into the championship and having to do that round, and how you would set up a single player to either learn a track or indeed farm safety rating. A lot of these lobbies online will require you to have 2 or 3 track medals. We'll go over that. It'll be explained to the best of my knowledge. And a lot of these servers that are up, these lobbies, these races that are hosted, will require a safety rating of usually 50 or above. The higher the safety rating, usually, not always, but usually the better class of drivers will be there, the more safer ones, but you always get that one in a lobby. But usually the higher your safety rating, the better the lobbies you can get into, the more cleaner the races are. So with that said, we'll get into it. I want to extend a big Merry Christmas to Mr. Sugar and Vines in the chat, and I hope you boys are doing well. So I'll do my best. There's no editing software with this. There's no fast forward, rewind, edit, cut. This is all just on a live stream, so I'll do my best to go over a lot of things and try and explain it the best I can. If you have any questions, please write them in the chat, write them in the comments. I can always make a video on a lot of other stuff. There's so much we could go into with just setup alone of the car and other little nuances that might make you a little bit better. But we're just going to go over the basics today for anyone that may have bought the game over Christmas. I've got it brand new and I presented with this main menu here with not a lot of guidance of where to go from here. I see a lot of guides again online, very good guys explaining tracks and stuff like that, but not a lot of them have explained to new players how you would begin on ACC. And to be honest with you, a lot of it is a little bit of a grind, but it's for your own benefit, to be fair, to get used of the car, get used to the settings, and get used to a track you may or may not have driven around before. Because the physics on this game outdo a lot of other games that are out there. And it's as much realistic to GT3 as you possibly can get. There are other cars included, GT4s, the GT2 classes, there are Porsche Cups, there are a lot of different cars, a lot of different classes, and each one of these will feel very different. So with that said, just, pick a car that you like, pick a car that you feel comfortable in, which, it could be surprised in which car you actually like driving first off, and getting used to that kind of thing. But yeah, every car is going to handle a little bit different. We'll go over some of the cars as well. Telling you probably which one has a bop, a balance of performance that kind of suits this patch at the minute. So there'll be naturally faster cars at certain tracks and that kind of thing. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll go into it. One of my friends from over in the US of A, Mr. Space Galleria, recently bought this game. He'd seen the likes of myself and a couple of other racers come on this game, Brocker Gaming. I think TJ jumped on it as well, so he's watched a lot of it, so he's getting into it, and everything's a bit not lost on him at the minute, but it's some guidance on how to go about things, and for yourself at home if you've not actually been into it and know what you're kind of doing with it, because it's very very easy. Some of the fiddly bits can be hard to get the information on, so hopefully we can include it here in this guide. Oh, speak of the devil, hello to Brocker Gaming too. Right, so you will, when first loading up the Assetto Corsa, be presented with this menu. You've got Championship, Career, Special Events, Multiplayer, Single Player, a lot of options, and some of the stuff that really doesn't return. We'll just click on it very quickly. We've got these stats. Not the ones, is it? No. Ratings. So these are effectively the stats that you will be improved on. You will be gaining more knowledge of the track and gaining more rating the more you do. I'll show you how to go around the safety rating. It's a rather simple process, and obviously the track medals, both of which you will need to drive online in most lobbies. At least 3 track medals, well, at least 2, but specifically you really want the 3 track medals and your safety rating as high as it goes. I've raced on PS4 when it first came out, so I've been through all of that side of console on a G29, so I realise how difficult it might be for a lot of you that coming from the console side of it. And obviously onto PC last couple of years too, and jumping onto finally like a half decent wheel. Although I was competitive on the G29 and it can be done, and there are certain settings, especially on PC, to make your driving experience much, much better. That being a loop file and a wheel check from Race Department. I will put the link in my description. And basically, what happens when you come onto a PC on a console, it's not really noticeable. On a G29, you could race as fast as anybody else on there, with the few and far between on PC with that sort of thing. You can race at the front, you can win races with it, but there are certain things on a PC you can do that you can't do on console, which is the wheel check and the loop file, which will change the force feedback to, is it a linear progression to a progressive one? It's one of the two, and basically it will stop the clipping in your wheel. I'll include the link in the description. I've also included a link in the description for a couple of other things, mainly the steering ratios for ACC. Coming onto it brand new the first time, there's no real information of where they should all be set at, and each car is different. And having this set within the game, which I'll show you, and having this set within your wheel, which is basically a program that you have for the wheel, is you want to set it 1-to-1, so they want to match. So you want to, say if you have a Logitech 229, you go into the Logitech folder, the program that runs up, and you will set it. Say I'm in the BMW, it's like 540, it might be 560. I'll give it a look in a second, and then you'll be in game and set it. I'll show you how to do that though. Really, really simple stuff. Hello to Mr. Space Gallery and AMG Dens. Happy early Christmas. I hope you're all well. We're just going to go through a few things for maybe what a new player might be seeing. So, when you first start this game, I believe that you would probably only open up a few of these skills, which is probably consistency and maybe track competence as well. Some of these cars, these ones here. And you'll start off with these basically, but you really want your safety rating open, so you can start then to jump into online lobbies. There's ways of going about this, but no definitive guides on how to. So again, you're on here, you've got your menu. The first thing I would advise you to do is maybe do your steering ratio, pick your car, just pick something you're happy with. You will need, as a new player, to do the career mode, and you will need to at least do the first round of the career mode to unlock the safety rating. It won't just magically appear on there. You need to go into new career. We'll do it together. Automatic gearbox disabled, ideal line disabled, duration shot. You can have the ideal line on, you can have the automatic gearbox on for now. It depends what obviously you're racing and your preferences. But for me, that's perfect like that. But I will say the ideal line, don't be put off from using it if you don't know the tracks. Unlike some races, all these tracks on here are all FIA bloody, I've watched racing on all of these tracks since I was a young kid, for the majority of them, so I know every turn. Granted, being a new player, I don't know how fast to go into them, but I have a good idea of where the track's going, and what corners are coming up, whether the left, right, and S, or, chicane. I understand that. But don't be put off by anybody's telling you to have the ideal line on if you want to at least get comfortable with it. All I will say about the ideal line is, once you're comfortable with the track, definitely turn it off, because it does, I'm not going to say it lies to you, but you can definitely brake, say, a lot later than what that's telling you. You can definitely accelerate a lot earlier than what it's telling you, and it'll be defined by a green and a red line. Red for braking, green for accelerations. You can start to push that a lot more, but as a start off, it's not a bad way to go. So we'll get straight into it. New career. This is what every new ACC player will be presented
I'm
with.
Mirko Bortolotti, Lamborghini factory driver and 2017 Blancpain GT Series champion. Welcome to the career mode of Assetto Corsa Competizione, the official video game of the Blancpain GT Series.
So what I understand is to get your safety rating.
You've been granted the access to the Lamborghini Youngster program at the legendary Temple of Speed of
It's
Monza.
always a good start.
And you will be driving a Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo.
You may be able to do it in
This monster is not a plug-and-play experience,
but your safety rating's not locked. You don't practice in single player mode. So maybe if you went in a single player race, which we'll go over to find safety rating.
Driving the car out of the pit lane, avoiding collisions with other drivers, staying within the track limits, and bring the car back in one piece.
Met with this cutscene. Real GT3 racing driver.
Will need to check your
it's
radio
like a
systems,
Lamborghini.
tire temperatures and brakes, so be careful and remember, racing never starts from being fast, but from being safe and disciplined.
Roger.
After the first installation tests, the team will ask you to prove your skills with performance-focused tests.
So then we're going to ask
Be
us to do
focused,
tests.
don't overdrive, merge yourself with the car and do
your best.
The results will affect how good you will start your career, so that maybe some of the best teams will offer you a drive in the next Sprint Cup season.
Perfect.
See you on track and good luck.
Good luck to you, my friend. Here we are. This is the Lamborghini Youngsters Program, Test 1. So they're going to ask us to do some tests, some things here, and we'll see how we get on. Never seen this video. Well, we learn something new every single day. So we're here at the circuit of Monza. This is a real eye-opener. When you first race this online at Turn 1, it can be a real lottery. So we are part of the Lamborghini Assetto Corsa Young Program. You have the opportunity to select it by Blank Plane GT Series, which are their sponsor from the entire grid, and to compete in the sprint season. The first test will be a 10-minute practice session in which you need to post your best lap time you can achieve driving as safe as you can to return the car back to the garage in one piece. There's a key note there, in one piece, you know, and it's always the quickest way around the track is having no damage on the car. Some cars are very object to getting rear end damage and being a little floaty. So let's just press to confirm. Hopefully the wheel does. Perfect. Alright there. Say hello to everybody. Just doing a how-to guide on ACC. It's the wife. Okay, so now we've got this on here. Alright, so basically this is how you'd be met. Now, greater people would have done some research on the actual steering ratio of the Lamborghini. I'm sure it's 640. I'm almost positive of that. But I have a link in my description for all of the steering ratios that you need to set your car to match in here. Once you've got yourself a car that you enjoy driving, you know, you'll know that off by heart. You'll never have to say it again, kind of thing. But yeah, I've got a link to one of Coach Dave's pages. All credit goes to them guys for the research that they did. They do some stellar work over there. And basically that will show you every single steering ratio they have for CC. So let's check quickly. Okay, so we're up on Coach Dave's website. And again, all credit goes to these boys for actually retaining this information. There are all these your brands here, so these are the type of cars that you're in. And these are the steering locks, steering ratios. Go down, you'll see the Porsche there. It's funny they've even done the bit of homework for the Porsche as well, because the Porsche standard is 900. However, everybody runs it at 8 because it's just a much better feel for them. So that just goes to show the level of research and stuff that these boys have put into it. Okay, so the Lamborghini is actually set to 620. Perfect. Okay, options. We'll go into controls and we will set our steering lock here to 620 to match the steering lock. So now we have it for the Lamborghini. There's nothing more we need to do with that side of it. My friend Space recently got the game. I noticed he wasn't 100% on the brake and stuff like that, and I'm going to go over that with you, because there's things we can do within this menu to set up the minimum limit, you know, maximum limit, and we can bring that down say you're on, but that will leave that until we get into it. Okay, so obviously we've set our steering ratio to what that should be for this car. God, I hope it goes well. Again, if you've got a Logitech, another wheel, another drive, Thrustmaster, it doesn't matter what it is, you'll probably need to go into your device, whichever it may be, and actually set your steering ratio again in there to what it was. I know it seems tedious, but it definitely helps, okay? And a big hello to Lord. Right, okay, so setup. Let's have a quick look at this. Everyone's going to tell you to go with the aggressive setup. However, for new drivers, I'd maybe go with a save just to get used to it and then progress into the aggressive setup. So, a lot of people are going to tell you to go here, which isn't a bad start. It's the aggressive side of it. If it doesn't handle well for you, you can always pick the safe side of it, but pick one of the two, you know. So we'll go aggressive. And all we're going to do is, we've got a 10-minute window. How much fuel has it got in? 60 litres. We're not going to need that much fuel. We'll go over the fuel and do other things, but we're not going to need that much fuel. We're not even going to need 40 for a 10-minute one. It's more of a 20-minute, but that's fine how it is. And what I like to do is, I'll bring the steering ratio down a tiny bit. And the brakes, but these are all something we'll go over anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it. Alright, let's get into our first test. Guitar note there. There we go. Right, drive. Alright, so I've set a couple of things up. Here's another thing people might know that you're about. Oh, there we go.
Today, you are given a seat in the Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo. Our team will look at your best lap on track in dry conditions. Complete at least 2 safe and valid laps and then start pushing. Good luck.
Perfect. Okay, so people are going to moan at you within game to having the correct view, right? And it doesn't matter. Race whatever view you feel comfortable with, whether it's cockpit, right up close, and I don't like this one because of the jerkiness. I noticed you were using that too, Space, and I'd definitely change that if I were you. But I prefer this one. Now I've raced cockpit in AC, I've raced cockpit in iRacing and other sims. It's not rocket science to do. I just feel more comfortable doing it this way. There is no correct way to doing it. You race however you want to race, however you feel comfortable, however you feel you can get the best out of the car, whatever that might be. Do not listen to anybody else's input when it comes to that sort of thing. You race however you want to race. The steering does feel a bit loose at the minute. Much feedback. It shouldn't bother anybody else how you drive, you know? So just race however you feel comfortable doing, essentially. So this again is just a standard setup. We've not done anything to it. This is exactly how you would start in this game. I do want to sort the steering ratio up a little bit more within the setup, just to make it a little tighter. So again at Monza, I've run a lot of laps at Monza. I do our lines and this around. Okay, so you said do 1 out lap and we'll do push laps and whatnot, that's fine. Again, you can run the ideal line if you wanted to get used to it. Our tyres at the minute on this patch are already way too high on the back. The last patch, last version of ACC, the correct tyre pressures, which are crucial for having optimised grip, would have been between 27.5 and 27.7. That was like the range. As you can see now, our rear tyres after only an outlet are already way past the 27 mark. So that's not good. That's something we'll sort out when we get into the pit, and I'll show you how to do that too. So we have TC kicking in there too. That's what you can hear when it bogs down there. That's the electronic system telling car that the rears are going to slip, or rather the rear of the car wants to spin, and that is the electronics interfering with that, which will keep the rear in check. However, it will dramatically slow lap times down. But again, this is just a how-to, it's just first getting in here, so I would just take it as it comes for now. There are some settings I want to go through with here as well, that being in a race and being able to do things while out on track. Which would be the MD map. Changing this, mapping it to a button. And from here we can change the brake bias for the car. We can change the ABS. We can change the TC and the engine map. We can even put the lights on, which we all know makes you so much quicker in ACC, you know? But again, this is a quick test by young driver test. The rears feel a little bit all over the place. Not ideal at the minute, so we're just fiddling around with the car. Through the MDF on the side, but I've put some map. And I'll show you how to do that. Again, guys, if you have any questions, I know we're only into the first test for Lamborghini at Monza, and we're about 10 seconds off an actual time I know we can do. Just type them in the chat, type them in the comments. We're just going to take it nice and steady. Anything you want to ask, I'm free to ask away. This is purely a guide to people that are new to ACC that may be struggling to open up certain aspects of it. And afterwards, I think we're going to do Nürburgring, the actual Nordschleife in the van on a set of cars and see if we can improve in our times. So I'll tell you right now, this setup is it's not great. Tyre pressures are very high on the rear left, as you can see, at 28.5. And really, they should be in 26s to maximum of 27. All tyres, all around. The wets, there's a bit of a niche for the wet tyres now. Usually it's at 30, which it still is, but with this patch for some reason, now you want to be running in the wet with the tyre pressures maxed out. I mean like 30, 36, 38. The tyres all hobbled over and not on a level. It's weird the way they're running it. Spoke up too soon there. That's this lap up. So super slow, obviously.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Put any more lap time in this one. Get this out of the way. Of course, if you've done this before, fast forward the video to a different section. Times at the minute were 2.5 seconds quicker than a car that not moving itself. 2 minutes left, so we'll get another lap of this actually. And we'll sort the tyre pressures out and I'll show you how to quickly do that within the game. And sort this out, it's no good. Man, this setup's awful. One more lap. Wet tyres, yeah. For some reason with this patch, we're now running the wet tyres way above what they should be. It apparently gives you more grip. I would have thought they'd burn off a lot sooner at them sort of temperatures, especially with the tyre not being flat across the top, but apparently not. Let's see if we can't kill ourselves and try and improve on this lap. See if we can get it stopped. No, he said give it back in one piece. One piece!
Damage on the right of the car.
Oh, we messed that up. Oh, we're messing it up even more, yeah. He said one piece. It might be able to go out. Let's see what he has to say of himself. I'm blaming setup and the Lamborghini mechanics. But at the minute, you know, we have got a broken car. Quite a lot actually. 27 seconds of damage for that. That's just the buff out job, right? If we want to dig that out. he's definitely going to know when we pull into the pit lane. Oh, and that's the steering completely on there. We really did mess the car up here. God, are they going to give us a contract to do this season with driving like this? Oh, the car's all over the place. Let's bring it into the garage. Of course you can, it's not like Gran Turismo, you do need to slow down for the garage. 30 miles per hour inside of the garage. No, you broke the car. I broke the car, yeah. Do you think he's going to notice when we pull it in?
Session is now over.
Well, it said the session's over, but escape and pause key to end the session. I'd rather just put the car in its box, but you can have the option to press escape, pause, any key on there to end the session. But I'm a professional and I'm hoping they don't see the damage. Alright, lads. Okay. I think we got away with it? I don't know. So we're topping the timesheets. No one's mentioned anything about the damage. That's helpful. And we will just continue the career like nothing went on. Hopefully that went under the radar. Are you sure you want to leave the track and proceed to the next career event? I am positive after that. I am. Okay, so preliminary test results. You'll get test results based on your performance. Preliminary test results the following difficulty presets for your career mode. AI skill to medium. Well, that's a little underwhelming. Driving assist allowed. Gearbox clutch, engine start, wipers, lights, blah blah blah. Pit procedure, pit ideal line. Okay. Alright. Well, this one's in the rain now. Perfect. So yeah, that'll mess us up. We struggled in the dry, right? We'll see how this goes anyway. So yeah, just doing these first couple of tests for Lamborghini, and then the first round will unlock the stats we need to go on. Another youngster driver program, and this time it's time to show how well you can perform under rainy conditions. The team need to gauge your ability to drive in traffic under wet conditions and stay away from trouble. Jesus. The target is to complete this session without cuts, accidents, or off-track excursions. Oh, they may have noticed that if they put that into the contract. Although you'll be evaluated based on your best lap, remember, avoiding cuts and crashes and clean driving. Oh, they definitely do. Alright, setup. So it's wet, so we pick the wet zone. As a rule of thumb. This here I'm going to put right down, because I had no feeling of it last time. Also, because I'm sitting in the wet now, for some reason, the physics are all over the place, so wet tyres need to be pumped all the way up. They should be at 30. That is where you want them after a few laps, is 30 PSA. This is his number here. This is what it should be after a few laps. But they seem to have done something weird with it, so we'll go with that. I hope this applies to career mode too. Because we're buggered if it doesn't. Anyway, is it full wing? No. Always go... I would always stress to go pad 1, pad 2 in the wet, because pad 3 is for a flooded track, essentially. You don't need to do that. And obviously, them rears were way high, my rear end was kicking way out. So we'll try it at that and see if we have a bit more feel out for it. I will go over some of these settings if anyone wants to. Just quickly go over some things. Oh, you can go even further forward with the Lamborghini, which is odd. Anyway, it seems a little bit too much. You got full wet. I don't think the ABS needs to be up all that. I don't think the traction control does either. But we can go over this stuff. It's easily set. It's easily sorted out. Let's just get into the lap and what it wants to do.
Green light, go go go.
Let's try not to break
Your second
cars.
test is under wet conditions. Just focus on setting your best lap in this heavy rain and bring the car back in one piece.
Perfect. Okay. Seems simple enough. I don't suppose there's going to be any traffic. I'm just going to be that far in front of these guys. So instantly the camera feels better than it did in the drive. So there's a lot of TC that's kicking in here. I'm not a fan of, but we can try it at 5 and if we don't spin out. So this is another 10-minute session, so bear with us. Again, if you've got anything to add to it, if you've got any questions, smash it in the chat, or if you're watching this back, I apologise for my driving, and put it in the comments. The 156 in the drive. Just so you know, I'm nearly into the 46s in the dry at Monza. A bit of a flex there, but you know, it should have been a full 10 seconds quicker there. Perhaps it was a different car, but... Hello to Andy in the chat. How the devil are you, my friend? I hope you are. We're just doing a quick how-to guide if you're brand new this Christmas or brand new at any point in the year to SEC, what you probably should be doing. Speaking of which, when I was just flexing there about my times, I've been racing against Andy who's in the chat with me, live chat, at this very track. One of the good things about this game, especially the wet physics and stuff like that, who knows, gone to such a level here that everything's laser scan. These tracks, when they disperse water through the drainage systems and stuff like that, they will do that in real time. How the game will do it, you know, how the track would. A lot of TC still kicking in there. The level of detail that's gone into it is above and beyond. We're also looking forward to a few new DLCs as of next year. Nordschleife is coming. There's GT2 pack, which I believe so far I've seen 2 Porsches, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know, each to their own. There are a lot of Porsche fans out there. 2 Porsches, and I think with an Audi in there coming in too. You'd think they'd bring out track of it. Maybe the Nordschleife will come with that, but we shall see. The only one that really crossed his mind after watching a friend of mine do his video was the track Jeddah, because it was on the actual calendar. So maybe not, but again, that's not my research. It's a friend of mine that spotted that. Actually did the graphics to the channel as well, so big shout out to Bricks and TMD. Fun guys, Andy, legend, thank you very much. I'm just doing the second test now, Space, for Lamborghini Young Drivers Program. I thought it was just one test in all honesty. Just a bit of research will go a long way. But ultimately, when you start off with these things, you will not have a lot of the safeties and the stats at the top of the right hand side there. It's just because I've been playing it for a long while that it's not up there. Breaking a lot early for that. A lot early. Very early. So if you remember right at the very start, where the actual ABS was and where the TC was. It seems a bit unnecessary for him to be at 7 and 7. So we've come down, we're trying to make sure the TC is kicking in, but it's not overriding the actual car itself, so. Seems we've found a balance. What car? What's that car? This car is the, I believe it's the Lamborghini Huracan. But this is the first car they give you really in the test session in the career mode as the Young Driver Program. I'm sure I did it at Ferrari at one point, but it's a Lamborghini that they give us. Now there is new DLC that we have, well I say new, it's oldish now, but we do have the Lamborghini Huracan 2. So an even newer version of this. Which is quite a weapon, it's a great car, but unfortunately for it being a great car, a lot of leads have added a lot of ballast and a lot of weight onto the car, so yeah, we're just at the end now, about 3 minutes to go. We'll get maybe 2 more laps and a half. Maybe possibly 3. Okay, perfect. Alright. So we're improving every lap. We seem to be
Well done, mate.
very ahead of the eye at the minute, so that's great. So we're beating the AI, which is great for humanity. Different than break at the last break time. Much better exit there. Again, this isn't a car I drive a lot. I imagine a lot of people drive it a lot, and what with the new Lamborghini being out and available. Good improvements all around. Still with this patch, you need to go a lot higher up with the KSI for a lot. Whoop, it's got a little wiggly there. Coming up on a little bit of traffic now. But he is 5 seconds ahead of us, so let's see what sort of deal we can make of him. We're going to have, I think, another lap after this. Braking very, very early at the minute. Oh, it drops it again. Lamborghini are going to hit us.
Got some light damage on the front.
We are not killing this thing at all, are we, in our test session? 19 seconds of damage. It just feels like I'm tapping the wall here and it's absolutely blowing me off. So this was an invalidated lap, not right. I'd get me in the beam with me. Air still handles, and the beam wheel is pointing in the right direction, so that's fine. Bit of a puddle coming across here. Like was. Oh, there we go. It felt like that was the last lap, so. Jesus. Braking so early at the time. Curve at the exit on the Scarry is absolutely lethal. I don't think it's even these conditions, I just think it's a setup. Oh, I'm not lacking skills. I don't know why I slowed down that early, I was in the wrong gear. This should be the last lap for us, and we'll see what the next test shall be. I was kind of hoping that it would just be the test and then into the actual first round itself to see how we go about setting that up. Alright. Still beating the air comfortably. Small wins, right? if you've done some of this before, you've already been through this process, just skip ahead of the live stream if you want to.
Session is now over.
Well, we got gold, so we'll take that. Perfect. Maybe we'll get us another snarmy message about bloody... There's been damage on the car, right? That's obviously not the way forward. Okay. Career points. Goals, normal. Progress 10%. Okay, so this is night driving, I'm guessing. Night driving skills. Okay. So basically putting you through weather programs, I'm guessing, is the gist of it, to be fair. Okay. In this night driving test, you will be evaluated based on your fastest lap, but always remember the first priority to drive consistently. Avoid accidents, cutting back to the trap, safe, and have fun out there. I appreciate your input. This will be way too open for night time, but we can sort this out. It's an aggressive setup. It's weird. Alright, I'm going to take the fuel out. This is obviously a 10-minute practice. We just do not need that amount of fuel in there. So, with that said, I'm expecting these to drop a little bit. Now, in my luck, it will probably go up. And call me a liar. So, steering, yeah, we did. Okay. Can we do one test session without killing ourselves?
Green light, give it all you can.
Hey, well done,
In this night
Space
driving test, you
Gallery.
will be evaluated based on
What
your
we
fastest
want.
lap, but always remember that the first priority is to drive consistently, avoid incidents or cutting the track. Be safe and have fun out there.
Congratulations. So these must be automatic or something because it's not letting me put like the name in. Or maybe can we not look at that? Yeah, I can change that. Another 10-minute session. Again, just skip forward if you've done this before. I understand. This isn't actually duty-free, this, is it? With the yellow tag down the bottom. Is it? Is it like the ST version? A little bit of a nightmare with the settings, because I can't actually put full beams on. Because they've put automatic stuff on for us. But you know, still a lot of playing work. Basically, we have just gone into the main menu and we have selected career mode. And we started a new career. We've done 2 out of 3 tests. This is the 3rd one. So you haven't missed much, especially anything that really retains to yourself. I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you want to watch this back, obviously you can. But at the minute, it's really not too much. We're just doing laps, being evaluated, and doing the career mode. Then we will go into the single player stuff, and we'll go over how we've saved the room. I've not seen one about too much, in all fairness. Yeah, it's the S2. Yeah, right, so it doesn't do too great. Okay. That pulling there. I'm a little bit too close there. Here's the thing, if you ever do that online, don't just cut across and fly off. Give the position back that you leave flying before. Don't just rejoin onto the track with cars coming before you. Do not be that guy. A lot of other people will put a lot more effort into doing this too. And It's one thing ruining your own lap, okay? But ruining other people's lap. And all there is for that matter is average. Not a great idea. Just some etiquette. Right, these things are great, man. Again, I've never driven this thing before, so. Tire pressure on the back right. Way too high. Same with on the front. So I don't know that curve, man. Well, this isn't even going to count as our first lap, so we need to put at least a lap on the board, right? No, I haven't gone over setups, I haven't gone over anything. I've just gone straight into career mode, which will help unlock the safety career stat. Top right of the corner. As you can see, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stats there in the top right. And there's a new player going to single player mode anyway, and you'll probably only have 2 of those stats. We're trying to help you unlock those stats. With 5 minutes left of the session, I believe this is the last test session. I don't remember it being free, perhaps it was. This will be our first time lap if we don't kill ourselves in the process. Which would be helpful. Yeah, probably the mic up. I will turn the engine sound down though, just to help. I apologise. A bit of mic cream or whatever, I'm sure it's not open. I can flash this gasket out of the way. But yes, I'll turn the engine volume down if it makes it easier to hear.
Car on the right.
Are you trying to fight?
Clear on the right.
Get out of the way,
Run
loser.
away.
We've got our
Russell
first round to
fastest
go
lap.
to. These people. We've got places to go, people to see, right? Oh no, he's pulled off. It's totally on him. Oh, Max Verstappen did into turn 1. No room given. Perfect. You need 2 earbuds in, definitely, bro. 1 for the ear, 1 for the knee. 3 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, on this first test session. The third test session. 1 was dry day, 1 was wet. 1 was at night. Got any times on the bar to beat? Hours actually. Okay. Other one broke the other day, you know, that's funny, I have one broken headphone as well. Well, they look weird ones obviously. Pink there. It's not too comfortable when you start chilling. Stay hydrated over Christmas, guys. That is an energy drink. YouTube. Let's see if we can improve. No damage though. This might be our first session where we really care about it. No damage on it. And it's another lap yet, so anything's possible. Doesn't look like we're going to improve on our lap, especially braking as early as what we are. But Mr. Keen to be 4 seconds a lap, 4.5 seconds a lap slower, he's certainly held a gap behind us all of a sudden. But we can do it here. Again, this is the type of car that most people outside the league are never going to actually race. So it's nice of them to put me in, aside from the race league. Oh, I've done it again. Oh my gosh, save. No!
Some light damage at the rear of the car.
God, every session. Car's awful. Awful it is over bumps. So it's not only a how-to guide on how to get started, but how probably not to eat it over some of the curves. I'm used to the GT3 car being able to absolutely maul Skyrim. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. Alright, so that is the third test
session is now over.
Out the way with. And we aced it again, but you would expect us to beat AI, right? So that is it. This should evaluate us now. Continue the career. Yes, I'm not sure about it. Like, it's 3 different stages, man. Yes, exactly, Space. Right, okay, so, Season 1 car select. Congratulations on your performance on track. The talent is clearly there, but you still need more race results in order to attract last year's top team. In any case, some of the teams are making a seat available for you this year. Sprint Cup season, so choose your favourite car from the available models. Select, there you go. Okay, so I can go in a Honda NSX, which last patch was absolutely hilariously quick. I can go in a McLaren 650S, which again isn't the 720S. The Mercedes AMG GT3. So it's not the Evo. I'm just getting the crap versions of it, right? I actually realised there were 2 different Nissans, is it? There is, okay. Porsche 911 GT3R, which we will be skipping over, actually. Funny enough. A Lamborghini. Aston Martin. These are the real old ones, these are. 2005. I'm just getting yesterday's scrap here, aren't I? Bentley Continental, okay. Wow, all the BMW M6. So, definitely not the Jaguar. It doesn't really matter what we pick. Is that the newer one, or is that the older one? Which is the new one? Right, that's the new one. We'll go in the Bentley. Right, we'll confirm it. So you'll be required to put in your names and stuff like that. So, team name. Car number, whatever car number you like. Teammate. And teammate number 2. There we go, I've got a team, boom. So the first round is Zolder. Again, as far as I'm aware, you will need to complete this to open up the stats. Again, a lot of people have told me that they've never had to do this, but this is the way I did it anyway, and I unlocked it. So, driving assists. Gearbox manual, engine start, automatic, but I have that map, so we'll do it manually. Lights, I have those maps, so do it. Pit lane, master spill control off. I don't like that. Perfect. That'll do for now. Okay. Realism. Damage rate, yes. Enabled. Tyson limited. Right temperature. Right, so these are following the route. So we start event. This is the only event you'll need to do in the career mode, essentially. Which I think is like a qualifying, maybe a practice, qualifying, and pre-practice. Okay, so we don't need to do much on it. Marciello, it's one of AMG's Den's favourite drivers there, which will be in the AMG, right? Let's see what, can't click on him. Anyway, again, this Bentley is going to be a different steering ratio. I can't remember what it was, I think it was 720S, so again, we'll credit Coach Dave. The link is in my description. Bentley Continental, it's 640, so we're not a million miles away from 640, right? We did that before. It's a little bit, I'll just leave it as that, but it should be at that. Alright. Now, what we'll need to do is get these temperatures in. 26, 27. As you see, free practice, qualifying 1, qualifying 2, they're very short. And they're all at a similar sort of day, so the temperature. So this is just a gauge on getting the tyres in the correct window. We'll go into the setup. Again, it's up to you whether you put a safe setup or you do an aggressive setup. If you're new to the game, I'd probably go with a safe setup and go from there with it. It's not a long session at all, only 5 minutes, so we'll get a lap or two to get the what it's in. I'll go over the setup with everybody, so we'll go over that once we get into the single player mode. Seems way far forward. It's been a long time since I've driven Bentley. But I will go over all this with you guys anyway. Don't worry about it. For now, let's just get out on track and try and sort out our tyre temperatures. Alright.
Green light, go, go, go.
Oh, you kidding me? It's not that. Oh, that's great. Okay, it should be automatic clutch, automatic general. Why, what is it coming on there? We'll just go with that, right? I have got it mapped, but for some reason it's not. Got this bringing back some memories, driving this. It's a pit lane. See the white line there? We're not to go over that. That is the exit of the pit lane. That could, if you're on like the track consistency stuff, it's best to figure out where that is. It's been a long time since I've done this. Okay. We haven't got long. Track. Everyone? No. Oh my gosh. Big hello to everybody, don't forget to drop a like. Possibly, you know, feel free to subscribe. I don't think I've done a session yet where I haven't crashed the car. So we're looking at the tyre pressures now, that's really all we're looking at in this free practice now. Just getting them dialed in. Maybe yes. In the wrong gears for a lot of these corners. Again, if you've obviously done this stuff before and you've done the career mode, then skip forward. after this round, after this Zelda round, we will go into a single player mode and we will teach you how to gain a safety rating in order for you to compete on online levels. I have put some time into it, yes, definitely. Probably more time on PlayStation than PC. But I'm just hoping with some little settings here and there, it can help any new player coming into ACC. Just to get started.
Well done, mate. Yours all the best.
So that tyre pressure's at the back, not too bad actually. That front right needs to come up, and I'll show you how we do that. Jesus. Track medals. Something interesting when you go into a track, learn it and unlock the track medals, which are free to more consistent laps. Back to back. No penalties. People go chasing lap times, you know, to kind of improve and not mess a lap up. And they'll have
Well
to
done,
do
mate. This has been your
the
personal best.
entirety of the laps all over again, back to back. Alright, I'm happy with that. We need to go up on the tyre pressure at the front. So we come off the racing line, whether it's AI or not. Don't sit on the racing line. Let's come back to garage. Okay, so very quickly, as we see after we've done a couple of laps, our tyre pressures when they were at their hottest were at 26.5, 26.1, 26.6 and 26.8. These are almost fine. So what we'll do in order to race and to get more towards that 27 mark, where you want to be in between 26 and 27, maybe probably the more top end of, you know, 27.0, so we're on 26.5, so what we'll do is we'll add 2 clicks to the front left, and that should put us around 26.8-ish, around that area. This needs to come up a little bit more, so what we'll do is we'll put 4 clicks, or maybe even 5 clicks into the front right to get it to go a little higher. So what we're aiming to do is, like, bump it up 5 times, is to bump this up 5, and then you add the 1 at 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll see how it goes. Add 1 click into the rear. This is a safe preset. Oh, God. Alright. TC doesn't need to be there. Neither does the ABS. ABS wants to always between 3 and 5, unless it's raining, and then you have preferences, but still it wants to be around there anyway. Fuel. I think this is just another session, right? It's got limited time sets. Pump stop range seems a little much, but we'll go with it. Again, I'll go over some settings and stuff like that. I'm sure we'll be running the safe ride out as well, which probably screws over somewhat, but it is what it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to save this setup. Now, first of all, you want to obviously whatever track it is, so Zelda. Most importantly, save the temperature, so it's 28.33. In future, when you have that set up, and you go to any online track or any track and you've got the temperature there, usually a good way to judge where your tyres need to be right off the bat is by judging that. Say if it was like 29.34 and we had the temperatures for this, then we'd probably knock it all down tyres. You know, if it was a 1 degree higher track and that, we'd probably knock these down 1, because we already have kind of a temperature for this. You know, if that makes sense. So let's continue. Oh no, probably not. We'll just wait for the timers right now. Right. Skip that session. Each click is 0.99. No. Yes, that's exactly how you should be doing it. Each click is basically 0.1, or however you want to work it out. Next session. Let's have a look what the next session is. It's slightly different time of day. This is qualifying, okay. Perfect. Top qualifier. Qualifying the first 3 positions. Alright. 5-minute session, so take the fuel out of it. We've already used them set of tyres. You can see by the tyre wear at the shop, it should be free. But we've already used tyre set 1, so they've got a bit of wear on them. Not a lot, but enough to make the difference. Now the tyre temperature, look at this, it's gone down a click. It's gone down a lot, actually, the track temperature. So what that means is we will need to probably bump up the tyre pressures a couple of clicks, because the temperature has gone down. We had him for quite high, so we'll put them up 2 clicks, probably more than that, but just to give you an idea of why you save the temperatures. So I haven't cut through it, that's fine, it's fine, but I would advise you to do it just to get your stats opened up. And you'll see you only have car control and probably consistency opened up. Top right, your stats, you need the safety rating opened up. Now there might be a way you can do it in single player, we'll go over it after this. I'll even pick the car that you're in, which is the Audi. And I'll show you how you select other cars. From other ones. I don't worry about it too much. That should be black. Okay. Maybe I spent a little bit too much out. I think it's a good region to get started. However, I've just learned that obviously career mode you start with an ST Lamborghini, which isn't the GT3 cars and whatnot, so. I don't know how you put it, like 5 minutes qualifying is very low, even for a track like Zelda where it should be like 127s, 128s. Well, anything under 130 is good times. Once we've got this out of the way, we'll go into the single player mode or something. So people that may have got this out of the way that have opened up the safety rating. With a cool features. Definitely, we're in the ballpark, aren't we? We're adding a few bugs.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Every minute we've got a measure of the AI in the road. Should be a flat out car, but we're not able to hit it. It's nice to see anyway. Last little bit there. Yeah, through that should go. There is of course a track over here. Finally. Hi up, Brisbane. How did your racing go earlier on with the Brookmeister? Hope you well.
Session is now over.
Okay. So anyway, you go through this stage, you go through the rest of them, you do the sessions, you get the gist. You do the first couple of rounds of it. We could go into qualifying 2 again and get our complete our sessions, professional bonuses and stuff like that, but it really doesn't matter too much. I would just suggest that you do the sessions, you do the test sessions, and you do this very first round, which are these sessions here. We're halfway through it, but I'm not going to sit through 40-minute races. You get the gist of it. Alright. Safety rating. So if you've done that, you will probably have the safety rating. You can always resume it whenever you like. If you do that, then you have probably got the stats unlocked. And again, I'll show you very quickly. Like I've seen you earlier on, Space, you had, I think, your car controls. That was the stat you had open at the side. And I think you had consistency open at the side. Yeah, there was none of this safety rating, racecraft, that kind of thing. And I think that maybe stemmed from coming into this menu. Now again, if you've done that, fantastic. What you probably should do is head into single player mode. Single player. This is a great way to farm safety rating, essentially. What you want to do is, to learn a track, fair enough, do it in a single player practice, like this. You're doing it in practice, you'll be on your own, There'll be no other cars around you, and it'll be difficult just to learn the track, if you will. Which is fair enough. But what you want to be looking at to at least gain safety rating, obviously you really want this thing on optimum grip levels, so your dynamic rubber can be optimum. It doesn't matter what temperature particularly, as long as it's not pissing down red. Make sure that's on optimal. Single player, where should we go? I don't know. What as a popular one to jump on? What was you doing? Nürburgring, I think we were doing first, right? Okay. So what we want to do is, instead of going on practice, let's probably go on a quick race. This is how you will gain safety rating. It's a quick race, come on, listen. Yeah, quick race. It's a quick race. What you want to do is probably set it to 20 minutes. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Time multiply 1, random. Is it quick race or is that right? Is it quick race or is it like practice? I don't know. Quick race. I think. We'll learn it together anyway. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can put these skills down, of course. It's probably a good idea as a new player to put them down. So put them down to like... apparently not that far. Put them down to 80 or whatever. No, so they're not as aggressive. And it's easier to try and farm some safety rate. Okay, pick a car. Now this is probably where you're going wrong, that you can't see certain series, right? Certain cars, you're like, oh, well, these are not unlocked. At the top you see series. This here is also a button. So right here, you'll have the World Challenge. 2018 cars, 2019, 2022, 2021, 2022. Where we have it set. You can go into these different other ones here. I don't think I've got the GT4s in this. I think this is weird. So basically, you probably want to pick the end. And this will open up all this set of cars. If I was to then press on the top of it and pick the 2021 cars, I would then have the selection of the 2021 series of cars. Or, 2020. I would have the 2020 selection of cars. The cars that were on the grid that year competing. So I would suggest putting it on the latest one, at the very least. No, not at the minute, Bruce, mate. No, not for trying to get through to race limits at 10 minutes. Why is the race limit at 10 minutes? Ah, right. I was on the wrong one. Day and night. So I'll put it just afternoon. Easy. This is how you will farm safety rating in order to race with other people. Oh, bugger, I should have picked the Audi. I apologise for this. I will pick it. But what the object is it's not necessarily the amount of overtaking you're doing here. Clean laps. So what you want to do is be in and around cars of 0.8, 0.6, you know, round the cars and just be clean. Be off the bumper. Be around them. And you will gain more safety rating the more you do. We'll just quickly pick the Audi because that seems to be what Space wants to drive at the minute. Or, what, no, did I pick that? No. Anyway, Space, pick the GT World Challenge 2022. Go in the BMW M4. I can help you out when it comes to kind of setup and that side of things. But yes, it probably would, but the fact is, but most of these players are struggling either to get going or to start racing in dry conditions to learn the track first. So learning a track when it's pissing down and flooded isn't probably going to benefit a lot of the drivers, in fairness. So again, the BMW steering ratio, we need to put that back. Fortunately, I drive this car, so I know where it is. It should be around 240 or 540, but I like to have it down a little more than me. Setups, I probably have a load. But I don't remember the last time I actually raced. Yeah. Guessing it was October, right? Right, the temperature isn't too far off though. Right, so 20-minute race. I've already got the fuel in for it. Put like 50 odd litres and you'll be absolutely fine. I'll go over the setup and the other things that you probably want to do. But this is how you will gain safety rate. Instead of being a single player in a practice, learning the track essentially. Arguably, you might learn the track a little better having other cars around you. I'm not sure. But you'll see where they're kind of braking, where they're turning in, and have a better understanding of driving with other cars on the track. So, yeah, I don't know what setup we're using. So this should be interesting.
Stay in double file.
Apparently I'm C Hull. Must be the car that I picked, right? Alright. So, new players, you will be in a grid formation. We will have a green starting thing that comes up. And ideally, you want to be in the middle of that. So I will show you. Probably better to start from the back of these situations while you're trying to farm safety rating, but this is the best way you can do it without going online and crashing into everybody else. I don't know where the starting procedure's gone. I don't know.
Green light. Go, go, go.
It's weird.
Car on the left.
So the best thing you can do
Clear on the left.
in and around these cars. Don't need to overtake them, just be in. Hang on, let's put that down the back one. Just be within 0.8 of these cars around here. And every lap, my safety rate's at 99, so I doubt we'll gain anything for it. But this is the best way to do it. You'll farm a lot more safety rating doing this than you would just being out in front, not being anywhere near any of the cars. The objective is just to be as close to them without being dangerous. And just do these laps. 20-minute races, and you'll smash off, I don't know, 10, 20 safety rate at a time. A couple of these and you'll be able to join online on this. See, there's plenty of opportunity I can stick this on the inside of this car. P1's probably a better example, but this is what we should be doing to gain safety rate essentially. Obviously, if they find the area way in front of you and whatnot, you turn the area down a little bit, doesn't matter what they're at. But you'll learn a good deal of where these cars are braking, where these cars are turning, that sort of thing. And these aren't perfect by any imagination. But it will serve you a lot better trying to race in even the AI cars on this track. You get to do online racing, because you're used to pretty much just hot lapping by yourself essentially. This is what you want to do, just to find the safety rating.
Car on the left.
Where's it?
Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, track. Perfect. Merry Christmas to Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for popping in. Appreciate it, my friend. Shouldn't be braking for the S's, but that's just the AI being obviously turned down for as much as it is. Again, not crashing into them, just being around them, being around them. It's the best way that you will be able to get safety rating within Assetto Corsa, enabling you to then go online, go onto the servers, join higher safety rating lobbies, Again, you're going to need the track medals to get in the majority of them. And you'll need, just get all 3 of them. It's 3 clean laps around any track. You'll need to do all the tracks. You can't just get with one and stick with that track all your life. There are a lot of different tracks in Assetto Corsa, and learning them is essential. BMW power!
Well done, mate. Fastest lap of the race so far.
But yeah, essentially just speeding around these cars. What we'll do is I'll do this lap and then I'll pull into the pits and then I'll show you some stuff with the brake that might help you first. I think selecting the right championship, you know, the right 2022 cars is probably a help for you. You should be driving around with the 2018 class of cars, you know.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Got any questions, man? Just ask all money. Any of you got any questions? I know you're quite new to ACC, Jeff's quite new to ACC, Brooker's getting there, so big up to those guys. Hello Dave, how the devil are you, my friend? Which mode is this? Did you miss it again? What did I miss? It's in single player, but we're not in single player. No, I'll just show you very quickly. We're in a single player, but we're in race to gain the safety rating. The practice on your own would just do probably track consistency. So just so if you are still watching Space, you need to click this top menu here and select the very latest selection of cars, which is 2022. Select it. And then you can select the 2022 selection of cars. I'd personally go in the Beamer. Got some good liveries here. The Brooker Slayer. The Bro Slayer. Yeah. Got different liveries. Some good liveries. I think that was my eye of the one. That's the Spa 24-hour, which is pretty cool. And basically, you'll go on to your game mode. You go on to quick race. So not on practice. Quick race. Time of day 12 o'clock, so it's it's gonna be daytime for you. 20-minute races. You can do shorter ones, but the idea is to gain as much safety rating as possible. Put the skill at the opponent level skill as far as you can. I think they go to 80, so just put them at 80 for now. And just be in and around the cars at 0.6, 0.8. Don't crash into them, and you will every single lap you'll gain safety rating for that essentially. And what that does is once you've got enough safety rating, you'll be able to go into multiplayer, and you will be able to play in the multitude of servers that are up here. Let's have a quick look at what we got so far. A lot of Monza lobbies. Monza, Alder, Kyle Army. Oh, it was on there, wasn't I? Okay. Monza again. So yeah, Monza's pretty popular. Spa, they got Nürburgring. But at least, as you see here, the requirements to join these lobbies are free track medals. So you will need to do Monza. You'll need to do it either in single player practice or in the quick race, and you need 3 clean laps. You will gain the medals for doing it. That's what it means by track medals. 3 for clean consecutive laps, not just a clean lap and then off track because it resets. You will have to do it consecutively. So these lobbies are asking you, the bare minimum is 2. for the free track medals to join. These are 70 SA rated, 70, these are 50, so lower ones. Still free track medals. 45, so there are some lower ones here actually. You know, but it's simple enough to get in. But as I would just work on your safety rating, work on the tracks, and getting your track medals up. In fact, I think there's a track. Give me, let's have a look. I think there's a track. There's where's my track competence? There we go. So there is a track. I haven't got that. What track is it? No. Where the hell do I find that out? It's something. Valencia, right? So it's a new track. So that is how you get out of practice mode. The thing is, yeah, it's you're a single player, so that's the menu you'll be in. Game mode, you'll be in practice. That's where you'll be, you know, that's where you'll be practicing. Which is great for learning the track. But ultimately, quick race, 20 minutes, time it at 12 o'clock. AI down to waiting for a new player to learn and be around him, and you will gain safety rating being in and around the track. There's no point of being in P1. Well, there is. You'll still gain safety rating the more you go around, but you will gain more safety rating, more racecraft, more of a, you know, in the way of stats for being in and around other cars. Now, you don't have to be at the side of them, but yeah, being behind them, being in front of them, clean overtake and stuff, just be around the AI cars, basically. That's the way forward with that mode. There are other modes, but I would stick to the quick racing, or if you're learning a track, the practice. I noticed you was in the practice session, so don't pay much attention to this. But you were in the Audi, right? Nope, it's wrong. Are you kidding me? Audi's not got a car in that year. There we go. Valentino Rossi's car. I've got a livery. You know? But yeah, safety rating is definitely key. I haven't done Valencia either. Yes, yeah, that's what I was gonna try and actually bang out with Valencia, because that's the one I haven't done. I will come back to Nürburgring. Valencia, good share. Let's get our track medals. Because it turns out there was a track, well, I haven't raced it. I've got one track star here. I haven't done, my personal best is a 133. I don't know the track very well. I think I've done like 3 or 4 laps on it. So let's gain our safety, our track medals together. I have one here, so I've done 1 clean lap essentially. Have I got a setup for this? No. Okay. So the problem is with this, of doing your track medals, is basically you'll do 1 clean lap, and then you'll look at the delta at the top, and then you'll try and beat that lap time. This isn't a hot lap. This isn't as go as fast as you can and try and beat your lap time. This is just try and be consistent and do 3 clean laps in a row. I might eat my own words here in a minute and mess up a lap, and I will have to do all them 3 laps over again. So let's try together to get my safety rating. Sure, I've got a track. I'm sure I've got a setup for this, man. But it is what it is, right? So I haven't got my track medals for this track. I have 1. I haven't done any laps here. I've got a general idea how it goes. It's kind of like Barcelona and Misano had a baby, is how I describe it. Look, some cool corners in here, but I don't know the track temperature. I don't know.
Green light, go, go, go.
All we're after is 3 consecutive clean laps. Can we do it? I don't know. Again, we'll just wait until the end of pit lane. There it is. Okay, so we've got a little outlet, see what the car is like. I've done it many times. I speak from experience when I know how easy it is to, set 1 or 2 clean laps, try and set a faster lap the next lap, and completely mess the lap up, go out of bounds, and I've got to do then 3 laps all over again to try and get the track points. So this is a good test anyway. Again, I do not know this driver very well. That would race there, I've done a line race here, lead race there. I think this goes off camera in a second, it's great. It's like that Abu Dhabi car. Kind of. Then the one where I want to overtake Lewis on. Like that one. 4 consecutive clean laps. There you go, we're still learning. So 4 clean laps. Here goes lap number 1. Again, this isn't about being hilariously quick. This is just about clean, consistent laps. Every online lobby, or most of them, will require you to have at least 3 track laps. Once you've got them, they're not can't be taken away from you. Now you've got one. That's one less thing you have to worry about. Yeah, essentially. Oh, we've already messed up. Oh. Thought we nearly got an off track there. Which would have reset. We would have had to do it all over again. But thank you for the information before the second response. Difficult for me to do because I don't know where the track is going. I think after fall, that's the game must be. It's definitely better to go down right now. Alright, one lap down. Oh, absolutely,
Well
yeah.
done, mate.
I didn't chase the info there. There is stuff you can do. Obviously, I haven't turned it off. Once I've done these laps, I'll put it maybe actually a good share. Just driving around. I know it seems like a grind, but ultimately you will need these for going online lobbies. We're nearly 1 house away, so it's going too fast. There's an apex somewhere, and why are you doing this? Loud game mix, loud game mix.
Well done, mate. Your fastest lap so far. personal fastest lap.
Oh my gosh. I'm pushing it. Way over that road. I haven't got the track medals here, Jeff, so I just thought it'd be a
Well done,
perfect
mate. This has been your personal best.
opportunity to show people how you go about getting your track medals in order to join online orders. So that was the reason, really. Definitely do a low 32-ish. I know we should be in the 30s, but car is a little struggling. Should get this last corner out. We should have our tracks medals now. Simple as that. Easy peasy.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
There are some options. General probably. Alright. Ratings are on. Okay, let's have a look. How do I change the ratings? Probably not that. Mode? Oh, maybe? Session info. Right, okay. Server statistics. Disconnection. Bollocks, where was it? I wonder where it was. There is like a session, a session like info, usually that is it. It's not. It's not in general, it's not in video. It's allowed to turn sets off. Blah, 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 blah. This is intended to disable any kind of progress, including buttons, especially that voice button. I don't know where it is. Options HUD. Rating practice info. It's on auto, right? Okay, thank you very much. So auto, so you can change this in the setting. Thank you, Jeff. In your HUD setting. As I've made extensive research, as obviously found out, and you can turn these rating practice informations on. So track competence, consistency, depends what you want to do. Car control, You should know when you're losing the car. So track competence. Yeah. Now we'll turn it on. We'll go out again. It's gonna focus on learning the track. Find reference braking points for a turn. I've got the track medals now. We did the track, but this should clock us now. And not only do I not know the track, I don't particularly have a good sound. But as a rule, as long as you're not completely off the track, so you left-hand tyres for this coming, as long as it's touching those or your right-hand side, you usually get some tracks are different. For instance, oh my god, I think they changed the track limits every single lap. It's just different. My best hook's down. A massive pain in the ass. But I've got the track medals, so it's not going to show it. But if you're going for your track medals, that is what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. You want to head into your options, your HUD, your rating, practice info, and put it onto track competence. That will show you how many medals you've got, you know, consecutive clean laps, and you do that for all of the tracks. That is the way forward. Big shout out to Jeff. TS. TCS. TCC. TSC. There we go. Got it eventually. Turn down game sound. I will turn down the game sound just for you guys. It is turned down. My master volume is turned down to 70. My onboard engine is down to 25. My exterior engine is down to 25. I don't know what you want. What do you want from me? It's down. I'll put it down a little bit more for you. Bloody streamers. It's as down as you're getting, but the mic is like 3 feet away from me, so that could be it, I'm not sure. But it's down anyway. So, once you have been into single player, in fact, I'll show you now, ratings. Now I should have all of the track metals, right? Yeah, because I've got it now. So this is what it should look like. 3 stars each track. This will allow me, as well as the safety rating now, to join any online servers I want, because I've got the 3 track medals. I've got them all. Track medals earned 69 out of 69. A funny number? Coincidence? Who knows? But yeah, we've gone over going into the career mode and just getting that first round out the way, which is Zolder. I think that helps. Obviously, then coming into single player mode to farm a safety rating, which mode you'll be going into quick race. Make sure the time of day is like during the day, you know. Confirm. Pick the Audi because it's what Space was racing in earlier, so kind of showing what's happening with it. OBS, Streamlabs, but yeah, I'm not a big Streamlabs guy. Audi, I see, but 720. Is that really 720? It is. Okay. So the Audi steering ratio is 720. I'll always go one a little lower. Do you know, it's another thing as well with this game at the minute and how it is. So I've matched that within my wheel and on the game. But there is a way, a lot of the drivers are using it, where you put the actual steering ratio down to 0, or down to 10. But a lot of the other drivers are literally using in-game down to 0, and that will match effectively what the steering rate, I don't know, but it makes it feel a lot better. So what was we at there? 720. We'll just keep it really simple for now. Alright. Got that done. Got that done. Why am I at this track? I want to be at Nürburgring. Sorry, guys. Ah, right. You want me to adjust volume in OBS. These good ideas now. Nürburgring. Okay. Audio. There we go. It's turned up. I'm not putting it up any more than that. That should be up. Okay. We'll head into a quick race with the Audi. It's what Sphere should be using, but it's probably using like the 2017 version of it. Setup, again, if you're new, probably go with the safe setup. Aggressive isn't too bad either. 20-minute race. Pad 1. Wheel rates down to the bottom. And this will effectively, when you're on the power coming out of the corner, it will stop the rear end from kicking out. It's a really simple tool to use. Really quick tool to use to stop the rear end from stepping out, and it'll be a lot more stable heading in and out of corners effectively. So that was good. I'll put them out to that. Again, I don't drive this car, so it'll be interesting to see. It's a bit much for this track. Actually, doesn't matter. Again, I don't have the tyre temperatures, nothing set up. A lot of the guys will run. Oh shit, that guy's pretty fair. Minus 20 on the front, but I don't like it. I think it understeers far too much. I'll just go with a very basic setup. Stabilize that rear a little bit. I don't know what you're running with TC2 on it. Probably should be at 0, right? But we'll run it as is. It is what it is. Alright. Cool. Glad that's working. Right, let's go out and again, this is how you will farm safety rating in Assetto Corsa Competition. Shiva. Alright, so we're starting for P11.
Stay in double file.
That too much fueling for a 20-minute race. What's weird is let's go to consistency, car control. Car control? Consistency, I guess. Again, it's track competence for your track medals. I've got them here, so it doesn't really matter too much. Car control. Consistency. I don't know, we'll go with that one for now. But I don't have any of them up particularly. What's weird is, my last go on there, I never had the go thing. Like the start procedure. Which is odd. So, how you will farm safety rating. But it's that course competition, really easy. Be in and around these. That's got an automatic one.
Green light, go, go, go.
Be in and around these cars.
Car on the left.
0.8, 0.3 better on a second. Don't crash into them.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I'll show you the brake thing as well next as well, so it's that way. Super helpful.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Don't get me wrong, it does help overtaking, but you always want to be in and around cars, so if you're at the front, I don't think you'll be gaining as much safety rate.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Well,
Car on the left.
on
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear
And
on the
don't do
left.
what I'm doing, just stick in the upper position and just be in and around these cars. Like that's competitive courses. You can just be in here away from the car. These consistent laps, clean laps. You will gain more safety rating from doing this. Enabling you to come online, join the lobbies that have a higher safety rating, track medals of course, That's essentially what you should be doing. Alright. Perfect. So what I see a lot of people doing, or at least people on G29s and the brakes, they're not full brakes, and that's maybe because of the driving position or whatnot. So if you look at my brake thing here, my input, that is full brake, and it's quite far down. So what we'll do is, I see your braking space and it's like, maybe there or something, you know, it's not fully when you're on them, which is fine. And what we can do is we can turn off the, is it the minimum or the maximum? We'll find out in a second. So the maximum limit, we'll turn it down, right? And we'll put it down to, say, let's put it down to 50, right? So that's going to be max brake now. I'm going over it, but you're going to be able to use the maximum brake. Yeah, 45. You're going to be able to use the maximum brake without having to put all that pressure onto the pedals, essentially. I do it with my throttle, only very minutely, but I just don't like the way it feels, where my seating position is, when my foot is flat like that. If I was doing longer races, my foot would definitely cramp up. It's only very minute there. But that is what I would do, space, for your G29 brake pedal. I would literally come in to the arrow and put your minimum limit at 45%. This doesn't include everybody. Everybody's different. If you find yourself full braking and it's not there, you can decrease or increase the brake force needed to go full brakes. These cars have awesome ABS systems. They are meant to be full braked and trail braked all at the same time. But just this depends what sort of equipment you've got, what sort of setup you've got, how it feels comfortable to you. But that should help massively. I always forget with the brake camera with a G29, I'm sure it used to be like 2.50 like on the console. It's been a while. But I think with on here, I'm pretty sure with my G29 brake camera, I used to have it at like 1.25, so it would be around there, I think. Just brake forces, that kind of stuff. That should help you massively. Also your MDF as well, so button binding here. I know G29, other wheels like it, entries have a lot of buttons on it. But there are some buttons you probably want to map. And where is it? The MDF. Jesus. Cycle hood MDMF. Press it in, and it will ask you to map a button. Map a button where it's comfortable, where you've got it on your wheel, which is easy to get to. I map it that side. There's also other things I do, but you know, the only other things I map really are like 2 different TCs. So when I'm out in a slower corner, TC, I can knock it down to a TC, a lower TC, get that bloody initial drive off, and then knock it back into a TC I'm going to use for, say, the rest of the lap or something. But having that MDMF up now, I can now click into this, see all that stuff, the pit stops and stuff like that. I can see the delta, I can see the overall times, but most importantly I can see that. But it's going to give me the option during the race to change brake balance if I wanted to, you know. Wanted more front braking, wanted more rear braking. I can change the ABS down and up if I want to, if it's locking up or something like that. I can change it up. TC, we can change that down if we wanted to. All-wheel drive in production cars. It's a very useful tool to have that. Again, I don't drive this particular car, so I have no idea what the brake balance is. It doesn't feel too bad when it is, but that's a rule of thumb. The further backwards you have it, or leaning towards the rear of the car, the better mechanical to handle usually. It's a bit of getting used to. But it will allow you to take force onto the front tyres, especially when you're braking and coming into a corner. It will probably induce less understeer because you've got less of a force going to the front of the car under the brakes. So you'll have more load going into the rear essentially. I hope I'm explaining that. The car doesn't feel that too bad to drive in all fairness. Hello Lee Kearney. Thanks for the great information. I hope I can give you some information, especially to get people started with ACC, especially the safety rating side of it and how to easily farm it within a single player race. In single player, you build up a 20-minute race, and being in and around the air, I obviously box, but I appreciate the thank you as well, and a big Merry Christmas to you. Thank you very much. But yeah, essentially, that's what you'll need to do to farm the safety rating up. And you will require the track medals, you will require the safety rating to come into online lobbies, any league racing, anything like that. You'll need it to get into the higher tier lobbies and stuff like that. Now, once you're into ACC and you have your track medals and you're building up your safety rating and stuff, there are a lot of lobbies out there that you can join, you can race in and whatnot. As a rule of thumb, the higher the safety rating, the usually, much more safer drivers. That's not always the case, don't get me wrong, but as a rule of thumb, that is the way forward. Now, if you're into ACC and you want to take this to the next level, I would strongly suggest that you'd league race, man, where it's organised. A lot of these leagues have got championships, and a lot of them do multiple championships, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world or what time of the day it is, there'll be something for everybody. Again, a lot of these leagues will be televised events, so you'll have commentary on the races that you're in, and the majority of those style leagues will have their own live stewarding and ticket system, so it makes sure that the driver standards are pretty high essentially. I would definitely tell you to go league racing above anything else on online lobbies to enjoy ACC to the max. It's an organised thing. There's a championship there. It's a reason to practice, get involved on their servers, meet other people that are in the league, man. You made some great friends doing this thing.
You're halfway through, keep it up.
We made a team like 3 or 4 years back. There's like 60 people in it now. One of the co-founders, Chris, who made the team with me, he came to my wedding last year and did the, a couple of months back and did the photography. I've met some of the nicest, genuine people who are doing sim racing. And just meeting them through the love of racing and stuff, man. It's nice to share that hobby with people, but yeah, again, just moving back to, to league race and do that sort of thing. So there is links in my description. One of the links is for the steering ratios that everybody's going to need, at least at first, to check out what cars have what steering ratios, so you can match that in the game, and you can match that to your program, whatever you want, whether it be Logitech, Trustmaster, Fanatec, anything like that. Just getting started at the age of 71, and Merry Christmas, but hey, it's never too late to get started in sim racing. Once you've got that bug, it's quite the addiction, man. And the good thing about it is the wife always knows where I am. I'm not out around town causing any trouble or anything like that. Just start off small, man. Budget. I started off on a controller, on the console. We did Project Cars 2. Moved from that, and I did Assetto Corsa when it first came out on console as well. We're doing league racing through AOR and FRL and stuff like that. Fantastic fun. So then I got my first wheel. Oh, okay, that's too much go. Got my first wheel, and then that turned into getting like an upgrade for another wheel. And then before you know it, I'm sat here with a direct drive Fanatec talking to you guys. Like, it's just a natural progression. What I will say about equipment is don't worry about whatever you've got, man. don't upgrade anything you've got until you feel like you're out driving your equipment, essentially. You know, if you're doing, I was talking to Dell and I said, you know, if you're at Monza and you're doing 2 minute 50 laps, you know, it's not the equipment that's slowing you down. However, if you start reaching the peak of that equipment, then think about upgrading. It can become, you know, quite expensive. So just slowly progress. Just learn the game through first. Learn what you can't do. I was competitive on a G29, which is very. It's an entry starter wheel. It's a fantastic wheel to start on. And with PC, you can do things to it like change the force feedback and other things, man, which you can't really get away with too much on console. But it's a fantastic wheel to start off with. But again, I've gone through the motions of equipment coming from a controller onto a wheel, so I kind of know what I'm on about. But don't just upgrade for the sake of upgrading. Start off cheap, see if you enjoy it, see if you like it, and then try and max out that performance of the equipment you've got before you start upgrading and doing other stuff with it. So back to just on the league racing side, there are obviously fantastic leagues out there that do televised events, live commentary, live stewarding and stuff like that. And some of them are linked in the description. You've obviously got a very popular one at the minute, everyone likes to do it, is the local Fuel Motorsports, which is ranked with your licenses and that kind of thing, which is fantastic. They do stuff all types of the day. Obviously more league orientated, I would definitely head towards Apex Online Racing, one of the biggest leagues out there. It's always fantastically run, you know, stewarding's always spot on. The people, you're always going to be in a division. Listen, last time I raced there, I think there was like 11 different tiers. You're always around people with similar peers as you, so it's fantastic in that aspect, because you're always racing people with the same pace as you. Outside of AOR, there's definitely FRL, Formula Racing League, and what they offer is something quite unique. It's something for everybody. Their link is in my description too, the Discord link is in my description, so you can go on there. They've got something for everyone. If you're working, you know, it's out late and stuff, they do late nights and they do other events, and some of the endurance side that they do is absolutely fantastic too. Great bunch of people over there. Most of the stuff is televised with live commentary on YouTube and stuff like that, which is always pretty well done, fairness to them. They do a great job over there. They've got live stewarding, which they take very seriously, you know, they always expect a high standard of driving. They also have different tiers when it comes to stuff, so you know, they'll have that same race on for the night, but they'll have like a rookie class, you know, new people starting out and stuff like that you put together. Then there'll be like a pro-am class and stuff. They're well worth checking out. All the links to these people in my description, including the steering ratios and whatever else you're going to need to go for it. But I definitely encourage everybody to league race, man. Coming in, doing all that work, grinding, getting the safety rating up, and then getting to monitor at turn one and being taken out by somebody that's just trolling can be a bit demoralising, man. It can be, you know, it's wasted his time, it's wasted your time. That sort of stuff will not run in a league. And for the most part, a lot of these leagues are just fantastic communities with like-minded people there that want clean racing. Patience is a virtue when it comes to sim racing. It can be. It can be a bit daunting sometimes, you know, but if you've got a passion for racing and stuff like that, and you enjoy it, then it's a labour of love. But there is bits that definitely help to learn when it comes to certain games, and especially when it comes to racing sides or anything. Just little things that can help you, like the steering ratios, like getting your safety rating up. Like jumping into a lobby, like a single-player practice, a single-player race, a 20-minute window, and just getting your safety rating up, being around the air and stuff like that. And just learning the tracks, getting your track medals and stuff, because a lot of these actual lobbies in the multiplayer will require you to have, like I was saying before, 3 track medals, which are 4 consecutive clean laps on the track of choice. So if I wanted to join, say, Kyle Army, I'd have to have 3 track medals and a safety rating of 70. I have 3 track medals because I've done 4 consecutive laps there on my practice, and I've got that up. So the next skill would be to get a 70 rating, and obviously I built that up over time and stuff. But just practicing out new, nobody really tells you to go into these sort of things. Everyone's like, oh, the tires should be at this and this, that, and the other. But it can be quite daunting as a new player to try and go and find out this information from different websites, different other places and stuff like that. So hopefully it's helped a little bit. I know the single player farming of safety rating has got to help other people to get the safety rating up in order for them to join the online lobbies. The steering ratios, which are researched by much more brighter people than I. There's a link in the description to the Coach Dave site where they're all down there. You set them up in the game, and you set them up on your equipment too. So steering lock, and you'll see it. So again, I'll just give you an example. If we were in the BMW, the steering ratio for the M4 is actually 216. So I was right. That would be 216. So I would put my steering lock down to 516. Sorry. It's interesting to know. And then I would do it again in my thing. It's just little nuances that really help with stuff. Obviously, there's a few other things I'm just gonna quickly share that might make a little bit of sense when it comes to the setup and being able to FRL have live stewarding a lot of times for the live events. There's for the league racing, there's a lot of the boys that are there that actually take part in that. There's a ticketing system, so after the race there'll be ticketing system put forward and people will be getting penalties and stuff like that. The racing's always spot on. It's always fair, clean, and enjoyable from that side. I've never had one race where I haven't really enjoyed it. Even when I've got a penalty, it's like, you know, I'll take that on the chin. Heat of the moment, like, you're like, why have I got that penalty? But, you know, for the most part, they're spot on. All the blokes over there are right. Their Discord link is in my description. It's free to join. You just click the button, have a Discord. It opens you up on there. You can check out all the information, all the different leagues they run. They must have like 5 or 6 leagues during the week, each different bloody weekday to suit anybody that is either working, you know, got kids looking after somebody or something. So there's always something that suits somebody, you know. Always some race going on in somebody's available time slot. It's got something for everybody. But yeah, what I would say is on the lower kind of end wheel is I would always put the steering ratio down just to give you a better feel. Maybe not on the lowest, some cars definitely. But again, I would always... Okay, I didn't pick. I'm in the Audi again. But yeah, what I would do, just to go off easy, is I would always put the steering ratio down pretty low. It just gives you a tighter grip on it. A lot of people swear by putting it at like 15, but then have the settings at 0 in the what is it, so it doesn't make much sense. As a rule, further back with the brake bias, depends what car it is really. This will help massively. It's putting the rear wheel rates down to either the very lowest setting or the second lowest setting. It just helps stability, and especially out the corners. Obviously tyre pressure is king. You want to be aiming between 26 and 27 now. Last patch it was 27.7. This patch 26, 27. Probably the higher side of 26, so aim for like 26.8, something like that. Also a good way to increase some gain, I guess, is to put the caster up a little bit. This might affect handling a little bit, but you know, you'll have more feel for the wheel. And other than that, it's just when you're in these modes, like 20-minute races, you're not going to need much more than 40 odd litres of fuel to do this. Brake pads 1. Yeah, and probably brake does 3 and 3. Max swing for a track like this as well. You're not going to gain anything from having it off. Using a Logitech for now, borrowed from a friend the other night. Listen, I started on a Logitech. I actually started on a G27. A friend of mine who I was doing AOR with, I was on a controller at the time, and I met Jazzman and Dan through racing at AOR. And Dan, I think he may have got an upgrade or something, so he sent me his old G27. I never asked for it or anything like that. It was just out of the goodness of his own heart, and that's what got me onto a wheel. I was using a controller for a long time, and the G27 was absolutely awesome. It's still a bloody good wheel to this day. And then from that G27, isn't that cool the sim racing community is, right? He never wanted anything for it, and sent me that over. I was just talking with the boys and asking them for some advice and stuff like that. the sim community for a whole is bloody fantastic. They're kind of unsung in a way, you know. They do a lot of charity events and stuff like that. Raise a lot of money as well, you know. They go really under the radar with some of the good work that a lot of them do during the year. They definitely need a lot more praise for what they do in those aspects. But yeah, I went from a G27 to a G29, which is, I think most people's starter wheel is a G29. I still got it in the background, it's over there. And I got this because the pedals went on my G29. I was waiting for a couple of months, and I was going to buy a T300 RS. It was like £300, and then Fanatec did a sale for this CSL, and it was like 370 euros, like 320 quid in our money. I had to get a desk lamp with it and whatnot, import tax, so it was around 400 quid, an extra 100 quid on top, and I ended up with a CSL DD. So I've been through the motions. Controller, G27 Logitech, G29 Logitech, onto this one. It was a slower progression through that, but it's an absolutely brilliant wheel. I cannot praise the G29 enough for what it is and the value of what it is. It absolutely kicks a T150's ass, you know. Dan Moffat, no, Dan Moffat? Oh my god. I'm trying to think now, but no. Dalsey. But yeah, I met them on AOL, Jazzman himself. One of the fastest sim racers I've ever come across. I cannot wait to see that guy come onto PC. And yeah, just the whole sim racers absolutely fantastic community. I've met some of my best friends through them, and I've met all this community, be it Brooker's Space, everybody that comes on there, and I talk to them a lot every day. Like, you know, I'd like to watch them race too. It's a good bunch of people, man. And it's such a good thing to get you into. It's healthy, it's clean, you know, not doing anything wrong on here. Practice makes perfect. Again, any questions on anything that we're doing here, just bang them on. Just bang them on the comments. Anything you want to know. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll probably do like a setup video next or something like that, and just go through setting a car up, or a Pacific car, you know. Be it what it is. My best lap 53.8. I know I've been faster than a 53.8, but it's what it is. Some of them just don't count. It's weird, man. Alright, server list. Shall we do a quick race to finish the night off? Can we do a quick race to finish the night off? I don't know. Yeah, server's full. How's the server full? Right. I'm not doing Kyle Army, not for $1 million. Yeah, they're all underway, these races. None of them are really in qualifying. Awful. How long is the race? I nearly did a 216 at Spa the other day. I was gutted. I didn't manage to pull it off. Alright, my friends, I hope some of that, at least going back over the videos, and, you know, just know I'd probably do the career, the first round of, you know, the tests, and the very first round, which is Zolder, get that out of the way with, then jump into single player, and do quick races, 20 minutes, at whatever track you're comfortable at. You'll need to do the track medals, and just farm safety rating this way. Other than farming the safety rating by being in and around the cars, by 0.6, 0.8, just be in and around and don't hit them. And just do that for 20 odd minutes. You'll gain a lot of safety rating doing that. Other than that, my only gripe would be to make sure you've got the track medals for all of the tracks here, so it opens up all the possibilities when you go on to the multiplayer servers. A lot of these are DLCs. Trout Imola is a DLC. Valencia is a DLC. I think Alton Bartsnet and Donny are all the British DLC. Kota, Indy, and Watkins are the American DLC. That's part of the Intercontinental track with Kyle Army and Laguna and Suzuka. Did you get them all in one pack? Yeah, you did. Due to Continental, American pack, due to British Championship, World Challenge. I'm not sure Imola came with the Evo and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway. Appreciate all the info. Good to see my grandkids have subscribed. Thank you so much for the subscription, man. I really appreciate that. And I hope you obviously have a blessed Christmas. Enjoy the grandkids, man. Have a beautiful day tomorrow. And don't be a stranger, man. If you get onto the sim racing and you do some laps, let us know how it goes when I see you, man. Let us know how your sim racing is getting on. If I can be of any help, I'll try to be as much as possible. Legends, man. Thank you very much, Lee. I appreciate it. Have a beautiful day tomorrow. Thank you. And again, if anyone's watching this video back, if you've learned anything by it, it's probably to do the opposite of what I've done, but it's a good way to farm safety rating. There's some good little nuances in there with the settings, with the setup, just to make it a little easier for you. Track medals, of course, 4 consecutive laps, all of the tracks, learn them. Don't worry about what anyone says about the view and how you should be racing. Racing whatever view you feel comfortable with. It's just as simple as that. Don't pay any attention to what other people think you should be doing. You race however you want to race, and race in whatever view you want to. Ultimately, coming on and thinking that I'm going to smash world records straight away, it's a great mentality, but it's not probably the best mentality to have. Just start small. Just start small. Get your track medals, do your safety rating, then maybe work on some lap times, consistency, learning the track and stuff like that. Just small baby steps. They will all add up eventually. Track knowledge, getting on with faster people. Big shout out to the Coach Dave community because of their steering locks, where the link is in the description. So if you in any of the cars in this game, the link's in the description, click it, it'll take you there to the website and it will tell you instantly what steering lock you'll need for whatever car you are driving. Big shout out to Formula Racing League as well. Their Discord link's in my description. If you're interested in actual league racing, and there's something for everybody when it comes to that, go check them out. Fantastic community. A lot of live events that they do. Commentary all on the races and stuff like that. So it's great to watch it racing back and see what happened at the front of the grid, in the back of the grid, or wherever you are, So there's some good leagues there, man. There's a couple of other links. Go check those boys out too, because you'll just enjoy. It takes this game to a next level kind of thing. It just, instead of it just being a multiplayer experience for you in these servers, there is a lot more this game has to offer in terms of league racing. Endurance racing, man. It's not like you're stuck in a 16-car lobby. You are literally having 120 cars on a grid all at once racing each other, and each one of these cars have a team of 5 or 6 drivers in it for a full 24 hours. There's so many possibilities with this game, and the endurance racing is above and beyond what anybody does. It's ultimate fun, and there's always events going on. There's always racing going on. I want to say a big thank you to everybody, obviously, for joining us tonight. It was a bit of a spare at the moment. I probably missed a few things. Probably not mentioned a few things. But I just want to leave you with it. Obviously, it's Christmas tomorrow. It's Christmas today for a lot of our European friends too, so happy Christmas then. Just be safe tomorrow. Just be safe if you're having a drink, if you're seeing family and stuff like that. It'll be nice to see you and nice to speak to you after the festives are all out the way and we're back on track again and stuff like that. Big shout out to everyone. Lee, thank you for joining us, my friend. Brooker was in too. I know Jeff popped in. I know Space was in. Bruce popped in at one point. And a big thank you to Dave as well. If I'm missing anybody, I'm not sure. Andy popped in too. He's probably off racing, that guy is. Vines too, and AMG Dens. Happy Christmas to you, Abby. And yeah, Mr. Sugar too. Have a beautiful Christmas. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Peace and love. Thank you so much for putting up with me while we went through some settings and some stuff to go over. You're all legends. Thank you. And if you enjoyed it, smash a like. If you're new, hit the subscribe. We'll be racing a lot more. Thank you guys. Enjoy Christmas.